Kuya Joel, saan po kayo dito nakatira?
Diyan pa sir, sa bundok na yun pa sir.
Yun.
Opo sir.
Tapos doon din kayo nagtatanim?
Yes sir.
Tapos, ito naman pong dito po sa likod natin.
Yun yung mga drilling na ng kumpanya sir.
Bakit niyo po kami gustong pumunta dito at makita yung sitwasyon?
Kasi gusto kong makita ninyo at sakasakali makita ninyo talaga yung epekto kasi nakikita nyo po ninyo naman sa video.
A lot of people say that we have sort of $800 billion potential in terms of producing minerals. So the government's looking at mining as a pillar for development. But given that total contribution to the GDP of the country is only less than 2%, there's really a question on whether mining can contribute to the development in the Philippines.
Bantay Kita is focusing on transparency and accountability issues in the mining and other extractive industries. And I want to experience firsthand the problem, unlike just reading all those stories about transparency problems in the Philippines.
When you say Bantay Kita, it's not really about whether you're pro or against mining. It's really about integrity in conducting mining in the country. From the very beginning, you want all information to be disclosed, that communities can make informed decisions on whether to allow mining or not.
Hindi, kasi noon, anti-mining ako noon. Kaya nag-pro-mining rin ako. Kasi ang dami natutulungan ng mga tao dito. Hindi lang sa mga tao, lahat ng mga situation dito sa lugar, kagaya sa school.
Nag-consult po ba sila sa inyo? I mean, nagkaroon po ba ng
Consultation?
Yes. Ano po yung sinabi nilang benefit?
Hindi, kasi yung benefit nila, yung sinasabi nila, pag lahat yung mga tao dito, kung sino talaga yung mga taga rito, kailangan tulungan nila kung kung gusto nila magtrabaho, papasok yan sa opisina.
Ano naman po yung sinabi nilang negative?
Ay, wala naman.
The way I see it, he's brainwashed because of what he sees, but he never thought of the future. What will happen to them after operation is going on. What he was referring is that the company is very helpful to them. On the stage of exploration, yes, but when it comes to the extraction of gold, it will be different. After operation, all of those people employed by the FCF will be phased out, like in the DPO now. Okay.
If your option is the status quo where you don't have livelihood or work, and mining where you can get this millions of dollars, of course you're going to say yes to mining, right? But without realizing the negative effects of mining in your community. It will affect your water supply. It will affect the quality of life of the individuals living in the community. It will have an effect on the extent of militarization in the community. Those things, most communities who say yes to mining, they don't realize that.
According to Manong Remo, this place where mining operates was a agricultural area where they used to plant their crops and rice.
They're destroying the DPU. They're destroying not only the physical but even the social fiber of the community and of the province.
So you're saying that the mining company lied about the signature?
In the Philippines, the context of mining, before you can do mining, you have to get the consent of communities during the free, prior, and informed consent stage, so they can actually say yes or no to mining.
Well, when it comes to free, prior, consent, the company only consult the pro mining. Most of the community doesn't like.
We are an agricultural province. Our feeling is our agriculture is in jeopardy because of the threats of mining. They pollute the river where we get the water to irrigate our rice fields.
This is the converging point of the river coming from Didipio and coming from Upper Alimit.
Ito yung sinasabi namin na polluted na sir kasi ito yung direct coming from the Osana Gold.
We can see clean water from Upper Alimit, but when the mine starts operating that area, the water will definitely look like the one coming from Didipio, which is contaminated, polluted. It's quite alarming.
Right now, we have strong environmental protection laws in terms of how you operate. But in terms of compliance, you're not really sure. So what we're doing is not really just transparency and accountability, but engaging government and monitoring government to make sure that they do their job in terms of regulating the mining companies. Right now, we're developing the monitoring tools that's based on the things that the company and the government have to follow in terms of getting the free, prior, informed consent, and whether the industry is also doing the requirements in terms of environmental compliance, social compliance. By using information, you can use that as evidence to make them accountable for any violations in the law. The end goal also of these tools is not just to get the actual information on SDMP, but also to measure how efficient government is in providing information regarding mining. The real owner of these resources are the people, and that as owners we're entitled to information, we're entitled to know how companies are operating, and we're entitled for protection of rights.
Nagkaroon po ba ng consultation sa mga nakatira dito na may gagawin palang exploration diyan?
Sa tingin ko po sir, wala daw eh. Kasi ang kinausap lang po nila sir is the landowner, yung isa lang may-ari ng lupa, yung dinidil lang po sir.
ano naman po yung nararamdaman ninyo?
Kung
Nagagalit
sa akin
po ba
sir,
kayo?
Parang kung ano, dapat sana bago nila gagawin yun sir, ipaalam sana sa mga tao sir dito.
Hearing all these stories about the consent, about the lapses in the consent process, we have to also look at the integrity or the credibility of the process done in every community where mining wants to operate.
Pag dito yung minimina sir, kagaya sa DDPD, masisira lahat yung ano dito sir, yung mga yayaw namin yung mangyayari dito. Kasi sa ngayon po sir, hindi po namin alam kung ano talaga yung side effect ng minas. Kasi kung yung mga galing sa kumpanya sir, puro ang sinasabi nila sir yung kabutihan ng...
So if they can't get the information at the local level from the regional offices, mining companies, they can come back to us at Bantaykita and we engage the national government to demand those materials or point out the gap in terms of accessing information.
Kami po, magsusulat po kami sa local government para po imbestigahan yung naging problema dito sa Alimit.
If there is something wrong, if there is violation of existing laws and regulations on mining, then we will go back to the communities and discuss with them what other options they have. If a community decide to file cases against a mining company, then we will give them assistance in terms of filing cases.
Sana po sir, pagbalik po ninyo sa Manila sir, after we have seen and seen the actual that is happening to our place, then I hope that you can help us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
If you can help us in our problems.